continue the series of the famous Rabbonim of Yester year, and we're in the Hebrew date Chaf Aleph Elul. That's the 21st of Elul. It marks the Hilula of a great Iraqi rabbi. His name was Harav Nissim Ezra Kaduri Hazan. Zeche Tzadik Libracha. He was born in English year 1891 and passed away in the year 1972. Approximately, he was about 81 years of age. He was one of the great rabbis from Babel and one of the great rabbis from Iraq, especially during that respective golden generation, let's just say, where there was a flourishing great Torah and Jewish community in Iraq. So as we stated before, he was born in Iraq in the area of Baghdad in the year 1891, came from great rabbinic heritage. His father's name was Rabbi Saliman and his mother's name was Rabbinit Dina Kaduri. Really great people. I believe his father himself was a grandson of famous Payatan and Chassid of Babel. His name was Rabbi Abdallah Katsir, who was a really great rabbi. He happened to be the author himself of the Oved Elohim, a really great Torah, colossal work. He got married. His wife's name was Rabbanit Regina. I believe they had 4 children together. I think sadly she passed away and he would get remarried after she passed away to, I think her name was Rabbanit Tivcha, happened to be the daughter of Rabbi Yecheskel and Rabbanit Lulu, if I'm not mistaken. And he would become a great rabbi in Babel during his time and have a head rabbi role inside that vicinity itself, which was a very, very prominent position. So it's actually interesting. While he was young, he actually learned in a famous yeshiva in Iraq called the Chacham Yitzchak Yesha over there, Yitzchak Yeshiva over there, and I think that itself was headed by Rabbi Yitzchak Sasson, who was a really great rabbi, and he learned with other great rabbanim over there, including Rabbi Shimon Agassi, Rabbi David Sofer, Rabbi Yecheskel Ezra. Very, very great rabbanim. These were of the highest caliber. Also, he had a close connection with Rabbi Shlomo Laniado, another great rabbi we have touched upon on various different classes. Then afterwards, I believe, he actually moved to the famous yeshiva Meir Eliyahu, Yeshivat Meir Eliyahu, and over there very much became much more strengthened with regards to the Torah learning, was learning pretty much the whole time, writing a lot of different Torah novel thoughts, writing Sheilot and Tshuvot throughout the time, and became like a great Torah expert, let's just say, and was one of the leading rabbanim and had showed great promise. And he was teaching with various different people over there and really, really garnering up. And then afterwards, he would move to the Beit Midrash, the study hall, or the famous yeshivat called Yeshivat Bet Zilka. This was obviously headed from Hacham Abdallah Somech, and we've spoken about this place for many, many occasions. And I believe his Chavruta, if I'm not mistaken, was learning 4 hours a day with Rabbi Salomon Mutzafi, especially they were learning the Talmud, the Gemara together. In of itself, very, very expert, and also there was other great rabbis he was learning with inside the vicinity, including Rabbi Salomon Chogi Abudi, another great rabbi. These were rabbis of the highest caliber, and he was very, very careful and meticulous with regards to the various mitzvot, within regards to how paskin every single Torah thought or Torah mission that he actually had done. He did it to the zenith decree. He was learning, and I think he was writing within regards to writings and learnings of the Arizal, the Ariya Kadosh, and always learning every single time throughout within regards to it, learning Kabbalah also, and was a very great rabbi. He held the teachings of Chacham Yosef Chaim, famously known as Ben Ish Chai, very, very dearly. Yosef Chaim, Rav Yosef Chaim Baghdad. And many of the teachings he would do, learnings he would do, he would actually follow his opinion. And I think he had all the books within regards to him and knew a lot about the history within regards to the manuscripts of the Ben Ish Chai, because Ben Ish Chai, we've spoken about before, loved to print all his books in Eretz Yisrael. But however, unfortunately, when at sea, when they were traveling with all the printing information and all the books and all the Torah novel thoughts, I think it reported over one time, this actually came from this great Rabbi Hazan. He relates over that at sea, the pirates came and unfortunately they threw off a lot of the manuscripts. So some of these workings did get lost, but he really, really held him to the highest caliber and really, really followed him throughout. He himself made Aliyah, Rabbi Hazan did, I think in the year 1951, when he was approximately at that stage, 60 years of age. And he moved to Jerusalem, to the neighborhood called the Makor Baruch neighborhood over there. And he would spend in Israel about 21 years respectively and pass away in the Hebrew year, Hey Tavshin Lamed Bet, that is 1972 in English. He got buried in Har Amnochot cemetery over there. It's actually reported that while he was in Israel, he would daven. He was very much at a huge part in regards to the Beit Knesset, the Ohel Rachel synagogue over there. And many of the great rabbis testified to what a great rabbi Rabbi Hazan actually was, including Rabbi Mordechai Eliyahu, who would later on become one of the head rabbis of Israel at various different stages, which we have mentioned about before. He left us with some great Torah colossal works. Also, let's explore a few of the books that he did, including the Shut, or Paskim Maaseh Nissim. This is Shelot Tshuvot, questions and answers with regards to the Maaseh Nissim. I think this was actually printed from the Ahavat Shalom printing house at a later stage in the year Tafshin Lametei. Then there was Chovot HaAretz, which was various different halachot and mitzvot, teachings and mitzvahs with hatluyot, be'eretz, regarding which is connected to the land of Israel in of itself. That was printed in the year Tafshin Yudalet in Jerusalem. Then there was a Luach Shana Olami, also very, very great work done in Tafshin Tet Vav. Then the Kwetz Makbatsial, which was a another great Torah book. I think also printed from the publications of Avat Shalom. Also, many of the dealing with maybe the Ktav Yad's manuscripts with regards to the Ben Ishai. Then there was a Sefer Yeshivot Baghdad, which was, I think, in various different volumes also, had excellent teachings, novelties, and excellent. There was a Kuntras also called the Chovot HaAretz, V'Luach Olami, נכתבו על ידי לאחר שעלה על הארץ וראה את אי הקפדה על השמירה על מצוות הארץ. He was teaching and writing in these books, especially in the Luach, in the calendar, this specific calendar itself, with regards to the mitzvot that is connected to the lands of Eretz and Eretz Israel, to the land of Israel. And he wrote it in a very clear language also. That's one of the geniuses he had the knack to write with a cleverness and with accuracy so that people could understand, and left many, many great works. And it's his Hilula here on Chaf Aleph Elul. He passed away in 1972. We're talking about 52 years ago. And please don't forget to light candles in his memory. Friends, we've covered in this series already about 375 great rabbis from yesteryear. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and write a comment. Also, share it also. We're a community learning and garnering up an encyclopedic knowledge on the great Rabbanim of yesteryear. So I'm wishing you well, Shavua Tov, and take care. Bye.